Today is Wednesday, so I have an edition of Farm Fresh cards for you. I want to show you how to make these beautiful origami tree Christmas cards. They're easy to make and they're just beautiful. They will fold right down flat to go into an envelope to mail. They might be a little bulkier. You might have to add a little postage, but they're really fun. So I'm gonna start out and I'm gonna do a pink and gold Christmas tree. And I am using Texture Chick Designer Series paper. And I have 3 squares here. 3.5 inches, 3 inches, 2.5 inches, and 2.25 inches. And I'm gonna move this red paper because it's kind of distracting. Excuse my ink here. This is from Stamping Monday night on my Monday Simply Stampin' in the Meadow. That's at 6:30 p.m. And so I've got my texture checked DSP right here. And I'm looking for my bone folder. I just had it. Let me grab another one. It's so sunny and beautiful here. It really doesn't feel like Christmas, but I had showed this in another live earlier this week, and I thought, well, this would be a great thing to show people so they can make this. I'm going to move this also. And so we're going to fold whichever side you want on the outside. You want to keep it on the outside while you're folding. And we're going to fold point to point, just like this. You want to always burnish it with your bone folder. These go together really fast. I saw Tina Zink make these. If you're familiar with Tina Zink, she's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator like I am. All right, so we've done our point to point, and now we're going to fold it this way horizontally. Okay, and that's all there is. Well, there's a little more folding. um, so, hey, Margaret, thank you for sharing. I'm on a little earlier today because I have 2 of my grandchildren coming for piano lessons. So I'm gonna redo my Farm Fresh card time. I probably will end up either doing it earlier on Wednesdays or sometime on Friday. But when I decide, I will make that announcement. So Margaret, I'm doing anyone else who's watching, I'm doing origami Christmas tree, and they're very cards and they're very easy to do and very pretty. And so we've got this fold done, and we're gonna just push in on the side here like that and that side. So we have our little teepee here. And we're gonna take one of the sides and just fold up the ends to make this crease. And then I'm sticking my fingernail right here at the top of this, and I'm lining that up along here to fold in on each of those. Okay, and that's all there is to this. And I have 4 pieces. This one was 3.5 by 3.5. This one is 3 by 3, so we're going to fold this the same way. It's kind of similar to the wreath, but not as this is a little easier to do and not as much folding. Okay, so we're going point to point like that. I'm going to burnish. And so we already did that way. We're going to go this way, point to point, and burnish. We're going to open it up and we're going to fold it just like a flap, like that. We're going to open it back up. We're going to push in on the side here like this. You want to push in where it's scored. So we're pushing in on that one and we're pushing in on this one. We've got our little pyramid or triangle. We're going to take these 2 flaps, fold them up to make a crease, and here's our crease. And now we're going to fold this to the center, right along that crease that's right here. The same thing on this one. Fold it to the center like that. So we've got 2 done, and we have 2 to go. This is the Textured Chick Designer Series paper. It's a seasonal, but this really isn't very Christmassy, but I wanted to do something with pink, and this is pink and gold. So this is our 2.5 by 2.5. Now we're going to go, we did from this point, fold it to that point. We're going to fold from this point to here and burnish that. We're going to open it up and we're going to fold just like that and make our little flap, open it, and then where we have the straight line going across there, we're going to push in on that. So we have another little triangle here. We're going to take the little flaps and pull them up to make our center crease. And then I'm putting my finger at the top here and I'm going to fold that in. Same thing on this side. Fold this in like that. And we have that little design. If you're on here, just say hi and tell me where you're from. I'd love to know where you're from, where you're watching from. All right, so we've got these 3 and we've got one more. That's 2 by 2. We're going point to point. And as you, I don't know if you guys know, but Stampin' Up! Is having a designer series paper. Sorry. Stampin' Up! Is having, let me start again, is having a stamp sale tomorrow. Almost every stamp in the annual catalog is 15% off. So that's a 24-hour sale. It is tomorrow. So it starts at midnight tonight. And so make your wish list. And I will have a link in my comments below if you want to shop with me or if you need help. I would be glad to help you. All right, so here's the last one. Now you can make these squares whatever size you would like. They just need to be the same increment. Like if you use 3-inch, then you would use 2-inch, then or 4-inch, 3-inch, 2-inch, and 1-inch squares. Or like I did, these are this is 3.5, 3, and 2.5 and 2 inches. So now we're going to put this together. And first we're going to start with our card base. And I have a piece of thick basic white. You gotta grab it right here. And this is 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm gonna fold it. This one, I usually score them. I did not score this, but we can fold that right in half and burnish that. And then I have a piece of the beautiful snowflake vellum designer series paper. And this is 5.25 by 4. And I'm gonna lay that on there. I love this pattern. It's just like little snowflakes. And this is beautiful paper. It has snowflakes on it. I'll show it to you in a minute. I'm just gonna take and put a little glue where the spots are on the paper to hold it in place. And down the center here, it's not going to show, but usually when you put glue on vellum, it will show through to the other side. So we're just going to kind of hide our glue a little bit. Go along like that. And then we're going to center this on our cardstock. These would be fun to do with like kids or grandkids or grandchildren. Do it together. All right, so we've got that on there. And I'll show you some of the other pieces in this. Sorry about the shine. So here's one. This has silver, like a silver foil on it. This is another snow kind of dot one with silver. And then there is this plain velvet. And you can actually color this in with markers or your blending brush and your ink if you want to. So it's beautiful. We'll set that aside. All right, so we're going to start with the top part of our tree. And it's going to go about probably 3/4 of an inch down from the top. And I'm going to center it. I'm going to put my glue on the back. I want to stand up and look at it. And just make sure I've got that maybe a little over this way, a little more. Just make sure I have that centered and straight. We need to straighten that out a little bit. So the next will be the next largest size. And I'm using our Tombow glue. I just have it in a different bottle. This bottle, I like the fine tip on it, and it doesn't get as plugged as much. Okay. Oops. I'm gonna move that down a little and move this. You just put it up inside there just a little ways. And now the next largest piece, this would be the 3-inch piece. And we're going to put that up in there. And line up the edges and make sure they're straight. This looks a little crooked, and I'm going to just push that over. And now our largest piece, which is the 3-inch square. And we're going to put that right on there like that. And it takes a little longer to stick to the vellum. Okay, so now we're going to make a trunk, and I have a piece of the distress gold paper. I love this paper. It's so easy to work with, and it's so pretty. And I'll show you a tree. I showed it at the beginning, but if you didn't see it, I will show it again so you can see it. And I'm just cutting on a slant from the bottom up to the top. And we're going to slide this up into the base of our tree for the stump or the pot holder tree. There we go. And let's add some ribbon on that. And I've got the vanilla and gold ribbon. I love this ribbon. It's so easy to work with. And it's so pretty. And you could add like gems to your tree. I did on one of the ones I did yesterday. I'll show that to you. This trunk is about 1 by 1.5. And so it's a little bit longer than it is wide. And we're going to cut off our ribbon on a slant here. Also, if you live in the Hornell area and you want to stamp in person, you can stamp with us at Stampin' in the Valley, and that is next Thursday, the 22nd in the evening. and it's at 6:30 p.m. at the Canisteo American Legion. And we make 6 cards. Got my glue dot really stuck on there. 3 different designs, 2 of each design. And we have a lot of fun, and it is free with a $25 purchase or $20. Okay, so there's our card. Isn't that pretty? Now this needs to move down a little bit, and it's hard for me seeing when I'm filming. I'll blame it on some of the view while I'm filming, but isn't that pretty? And so let me show you. This is the other one that I did with the gold distress paper. And this is Season of or Texture Chick Designer Series paper also. This green piece here. And I've got a piece of Evening Evergreen cardstock for the base. This is the one that has, I've added the sequins on it. And this is the Sweetest Christmas Designer Series paper. Oh yeah, that's a great idea, Margaret. Margaret says I could put presents under the tree here, and that would take care of it. Good idea. So there's that one, and then now this one's down a little too far, probably. That needs to go up a little bit. And then this one I did in the live presentation last night for a group I'm in, and this has the whimsical trees embossing folder behind it. I don't know if you can see it. Probably can't see it very good. This is Cottage Gingham Designer Series paper, basic black cardstock for the trunk, and the beautiful gingham, black and white gingham ribbon. So we've got a little variety here. And I will put the measurements below the description in YouTube, and then the comments on my Facebook page. So, and this is the other one. I don't know if we can can't really fit them in here very well, all of them, but anyways, there is the variety of them. So this is a great way to use up your designer series paper. And I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you. And I will see you next Monday at 6:30 p.m. right here. Take care. Thanks for watching.